Hi traders, welcome to another session of Market Snapshot. I trust everyone is doing okay. Today being on a Wednesday, ideally every day when you wake up, before you look at your charts, kindly have a look at the economic calendar. Try and see what could be the fundamental news that could impact your positions, right? So in this case, we don't have much of red folders. There was one at night after midnight, which was the CPI. Numbers didn't change, and so we will have a look at NZD USD, and we'll see there wasn't much movement on that particular currency pair. So with that, then later we'll have ECB President Lagarde speaking. In light of the Trump presidency, the European Union has to figure out how to work with Trump, right? Because he's for lack of a better word, people call him a bully, right? It's his way, and they have to deal with him. So maybe these will be conversations between apart from, of course, employment in the European Union, the growth, inflation. She'll also address the impact of the Trump presidency on the European Union. Remember, these are the guys, and NATO is still here, and so they've been that war in Ukraine and Russia, right? The Ukraine-Russia war. Trump, according to him, that war shouldn't have started, and so these are some of the things maybe that could be addressed later. But at the end of the day, they affect the economies because the European Union is bleeding. Sponsoring that war doesn't come at a cheap price. So if the US decides it won't be part of that war, then you can be sure that will affect European Union economies, right? So these are some of the things that we anticipate to play out later. And then World Economic Forum, not much to speak about here. These are just policies from the big heads. Let's see how that plays out. But I don't expect any much to come out of these meetings. So with no high impact fundamental news, I would want us to go to our MT5 and analyze our markets based on technicals. Okay, so let's do this. Remember, for those guys who are in Eldoret, we are coming on Friday. We'll be at Rupa's Mall, second floor. There's a conference room over there. So kindly take note of that change. Earlier it was Comfy In, but due to the high numbers, we've had to change that. So kindly communicate this with your colleagues. Anyone you know who was to come to that masterclass event, the venue has been changed. We are now meeting at Rupa's Mall. Okay, so kindly take note of that. So let's have a look at GBP USD. Earlier today, there was that public debt borrowing data that came out negative. You would have expected a small dip, but it's not what you'll expect. So overall, we are looking at a bullish GBP USD. And for me, I would want to seek a better entry, and I would want to map out this area over there as a possible area where I'll be looking for opportunities to buy GBP USD. And the target, of course, will be on that moving average, the 800 moving average at the top. Those who've been attending our classes, they will know, they'll agree that if you've backtested these strategies, there's a way you can maximize on. There's a way you can maximize on the moving averages. Now, there's something interesting that we can see. We can see a hammer here and a bullish engulfing, right? A really strong bullish engulfing and a hammer, which means sellers were rejected, right? So that tells you we are more bullish on GU. And that's why that outlook is bullish on this particular end. So what would be the take profit targets? I would want to map out few areas on the daily that will act as possible take profit targets on GU. Let's get rid of that one. So those are the two areas probably I would want to see GU go to. We have one 130, is it 136 pips? And then the other one, 171 pips. So we have take profit 1 here and take profit 2 here. However, let's see whether GU will make this move, a bearish move, before bulls come in. That is what I would want to see on GU. NZD USD, I'm also looking at a bullish setup. However, I would want to see NZD USD once again test these lows. I would want to see NZD USD test that low. Maybe is that we can see another block almost here. If NZD USD was to drop to 56.05, however, I see the moving average acting as support. It's a better entry here. And then, of course, the target will be on this moving average on the daily. There's also a possibility it could go to this order block. This is a bearish order block, which is the last bullish candle before a major drop that breaks structure. So that 57.51 is also an area we could see NZD USD go to. Okay, so based on that understanding, we would want to see a bearish push before a bullish push. Okay, that's NZD USD. What about Euro USD? Euro USD, we're also looking at, let's go to higher time frames. Maybe on the daily. So you can see once again a strong, you can see a hammer here, and then a very bullish engulfing candle. So one, I would want to see how Euro USD reacts to that price level, 1.0463. However, in the meantime, I would want to see a bearish push. Bearish push to that price level before considering that bullish play. So I'd want to see Euro USD drop there before bulls pushing the market up. So that is what I have on Euro USD. Then there's also another area we could probably anticipate an order block also there. The last bullish candle before a major drop that broke this structure, right? So 1.0482 is also an area that you'll consider a take profit target area. So a good entry will be watching how Euro USD reacts at this price level before taking on a bullish trend. Okay, so yeah, that's it on Euro USD. We could see a possibility of it even spiking to this moving average. That's a possibility also. Let's go to H1, which is yesterday's low, right? There's a possibility of Euro USD also coming to yesterday's low before pushing up. So that could also play out on this particular trade. So we have that bearish push or that bearish push. So we have those two areas that we anticipate to see on Euro USD. And then, of course, that would play out. Okay, that's Euro USD. Let's have a look at AUD USD. AUD USD, if you go to higher time frames, maybe on the daily, we can see also the same. Very strong bullish engulfing here, playing out. So I would want to map out that area on the moving average, and also this order block here, that bearish order block, the last bullish candle before a major drop, right? So that's an area I would want to see Audi USD go to. Now, in terms of entry, I want to look at a good entry, and one of the areas probably I'll be looking at will be maybe this moving average here. Knowing Audi USD being sluggish, it's really hard for Audi USD to come down to yesterday's low. So there's a high probability that Audi USD could come to 62.47. That's a possible area of support. And then from there, we could probably see that bullish push. Those two areas are possible profit targets on this particular trade. There's also another take profit target I would want to map out here. Oh no, not that one. I think this is on the daily, right? We need to move these. So if we go to H4, yeah, 56 pips push as take profit one. Why? I've mapped out the monthly high. This is the highest price of January, and that is a possible area where we could encounter some minor resistance before pushing way up. Remember, the market will never move in a straight line, right? So that's a possible area where we could see Audi USD take profit one, and then maybe push on to take profit two here, and then take profit three here. Those are possible areas on this particular trade. The other one is USD CHF. So you can see it's been bearish. So we are waiting. Most likely USD CHF is coming here on these so you can see there's also that moving average there, and also it's the monthly low. There's also another area here I can map out monthly low. This is the lowest price in the month of January. Okay, so this is also an area where this particular trade is coming to. So based on that, we want to look at possible areas even on higher time frames. So on higher time frames, I can see a moving average 800 that could act as a possible support, but minor support, because I believe it will be breached. If you look at this pattern over here, this shooting star, we are still bearish on USD CHF, right? So if we go to now entry, where would we want to see a good entry? I would probably want to see USD CHF test this high. This is the Asian high, right? The Asian high is the highest price during Asian session from midnight to 9 a.m. Right. Once again, everyone who's attending the mentorship class, the free classes that we have for our clients, you'll understand this is an area where we could seek opportunities to go short, right? And either that, or if we have a spike, then it could go all the way to 90.80. That's like 7 pips on that moving average. So those are the areas I would want to see USD CHF go to before dropping. So we have that area, take profit one, take profit two, and even take profit three. Yeah, so I'll go with the one in the middle on that moving average as a possible area. the entry could also be here on that Asian high. So means we have opportunities, right? So what will make you enter this area rather than this area will be based on the candlestick patterns that present themselves, right? So what do I mean by that? If let's say we have some bullish push and all of a sudden we see a shooting star, bearish engulfing, an evening star, or some bearish tweezers, then that will be a cue that we are about to enter the market, right? So once again, you can see my moving averages here acting as good resistance here. So this is what I'm saying, that we could see a possibility of USD CHF going here, going to this moving average before dropping. So I normally believe in waiting for setups to come to my predefined area rather than chasing them. There's the chance where, like, you can see it's as if like now sellers are in control. But then again, according to my trading plan, I don't have a reason as to why I would enter sell here. I don't have a reason. What's my reason? However, if it comes here, I have a reason, which is what? The Asian high. If it comes here, I have a reason. What is the reason as to why I want to enter sell? There's the 50 moving average. So I wouldn't be tempted to enter this trade just because I can see the candle. It's like sellers are in charge. No, I wouldn't enter that trade. So I would wait for that trade to come to my predefined areas that I have mapped out. And that's what we've just done. What other major currency? Let's have a look at USD JPY. Okay, let's go to higher time frames to see where we are at. The daily. So I would also be looking at short opportunities on USD JPY. I would want to see how USD JPY reacts to 154.94. H1 maybe, yeah. So I would only take a short trade on USD JPY if it was to test yesterday's high, and that will give me an opportunity to short this trade for 129 pips. So that will be my outlook on USD JPY. USD card. USD card. Let's have a look at higher time frames. Interesting shooting star. So if we go to H4, I would probably want to see, let's go to H1. Have we seen a cross? Yes. So I'll be looking for short opportunities on USD card. Maybe a test of this high, this moving average, before taking short trades. So if USD card was to test this high, then I'll be looking for that short of 138 pips. There's also a possibility of it dropping again to 200 pips. Yeah, so that is a possible outlook on USD card. I think we've covered all the majors. GBP. Yes, we've done all the majors. So let's have a look at gold. So gold, go to higher time frames if you want to have a clear understanding. So I think gold still screams buy. However, we should probably see this trade test this high, which is the weekly high. No, the Asian high. This was today, right? So this is the Asian high. I would want to see gold test this high. So I'm still bullish on that one. However, when price gets to that high, I would really want to see maybe some bearish push. However, we could probably see gold test the all-time high that was set in October. That's a possibility. Yeah. Let's have a look at Nasdaq UT100. UT100. Roll. So what are we looking at on Nasdaq? Let's go to higher time frames. So it's screaming buy. We are still in a bullish push on Nasdaq. So I'll be looking for opportunities. So, okay. I just want to see, they can see some bit of a gap somewhere over here. Which one? Okay, so if I were to look for opportunities to buy Nasdaq, I would want to see it test this low before pushing up. I would want to see it test that low before considering a bullish push. Until then, maybe I wouldn't want to jump into that bullish candle. I would want to see a test of this low before taking that bullish push to this high. One is that high, the other one is probably here. Yeah, so those are the areas probably I would want to see UT100 get to. Okay, that's it. Any questions? Remember, we have online classes that are ongoing every day. Sorry, from Monday to Thursday. In the evening, 8 to 9 p.m. And then we also have the 11 to 12 p.m. As we speak right now, there's a mentorship session that is ongoing. Yeah, so have a look at that if you're interested to learn. For those who are seeking mentorship, it's really important that you don't be on your own. Get to learn from others, and this is where like we're offering that to our clients, right? Just make sure you have an account with us and you're good to go. Card JPY. So probably I would want to see CAD JPY because you can see some rejection playing out here, right? So I would want to see maybe CAD JPY react to that area that I've mapped out. Which was the weekly. There's also the weekly high. So yeah, I'll still be bullish. I'll still be bullish on CAD JPY. I would want to see how it reacts to this area. Let's see. Yeah, I would want to see how it reacts to this area. Then probably I would take a bullish push. Bernard, I'm using the 50, 200, and the 800 EMAs. GA, do I have it here? On GA, probably I would be looking for shorts. Maybe let's see how it reacts to this low, yesterday's low. Yeah, that's it. Any other question? Bernard, I think I've answered that one. Euro JPY, okay. Euro JPY, do I have it here? Once again, remember, if you're in Eldoret, we are coming on Friday. The event is at Rupas Mall, second floor conference room. Right, so just visit the FX Pesa social media handles and register. Go to the bio, there's a link. Just click that link and you should have access to that link. It's very clear. Eldoret Masterclass. Euro JPY. I'll be bullish on Euro JPY to this order block over here. I'll be looking for buys on Euro JPY. So maybe a test of today's Asian low. So once again, you can see the moving averages here acting as support, the 800 moving average. You just need to know how to use it. So that will be my outlook on Euro JPY. A test of that low and then maybe go bullish. Why is JPY weakening? We don't have clear data from the Japanese yen, sorry, from Japan, right? So I wouldn't say there are fundamentals pushing the yen, right? Until there's some other data out there, I still believe it's just a market doing its own thing. If at all it's weakening. Is it really weakening? Actually, it's supposed to be strong. If you look at it currently, the yen is very strong actually. Because you can see CAD JPY is dropping, Euro JPY is dropping. That means the yen is strong. Not okay. Any other question? You can see the yen is very strong. If you look at this market, these moves, that's it. Okay, sir. Thank you guys. Cheers. Have a bullish day, and let's meet on Friday. All those who are coming to Eldoret, be ready for more learning. And I'm sure if you're struggling with risk management, trading psychology, that is something that we'll cover on that particular day. So see you on Friday. For those who are undergoing the mentorship classes, tomorrow we meet up tomorrow at 11 to 12 p.m. Those who are doing the evening class, today we have a session from 8 to 9 p.m. and tomorrow 8 to 9 p.m. Otherwise, bye bye. See you next week.